Okay, what's going on? This is Georgie. It's December 2nd, 2022. I'm starting a new format of videos. I don't have many videos on this channel. I have about three, but I had an idea, and just as of recently, I have been recording my progress, like my self-improvement journey and my business development for the past month. Every week I've been vlogging to myself, kind of like a diary, what I'm doing and what I'm doing to improve each week, and just basically tracking my progress to see how far I come along. And that way, when I am feeling down, I can see the progress that I've made, and I can go back to these videos and see what I was doing these weeks, just to keep me motivated. So today was just going to be a video that I am actually going to upload. The title of this video is going to be my worst mistakes coming out of high school, or my worst mistakes as a teenager. The reason I want to do this video is just so anybody in that age range or in that mindset that I was in when I was 18, 19, 20, coming out of high school. I know priorities are different and everybody has different lives, but if you could just take some advice or motivation out of this video, then my mission would be accomplished here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so my biggest mistake coming out of high school was not listening to myself and going to college. I did not want to go, but I ended up doing it to like people please my parents, and I don't blame them for them. They just wanted what was best for me. But ultimately I did end up dropping out. But I do believe everything in your life happens for a reason, and these things only serve as growing experiences. The second thing I would say is not understanding how money works. You need to understand how money works in order to make more money, and this could enable you to just generate more cash flow. You need to understand that you can make your money work for you, and that way you can create more money even if you just have like a normal job at the moment. You should probably be investing at this age. I would say this is the best age to invest, and I'll get further into that into the video. My next mistake would be buying material objects or buying material things, things that don't really matter, like brand stuff. Obviously it's okay to buy yourself things if you want to like reward yourself, but if you're buying stuff to like impress other people, then it's not really worth it at all, because these people, at the end of the day, you'll soon realize that nobody really cares about you except a few people very, very close to you. And it really shouldn't matter what you own or what you have or what you're wearing in order to develop friendships or relationships. So that stuff, as a kid, I know I had that mindset, thinking that, oh, these shoes or this type of clothing, I need to get it. And with my first job, I was just basically buying everything I wanted because I didn't really have responsibility. So I was just buying whatever I wanted when I wanted, and ultimately it led me to realize that these things didn't feel any sort of like void in my heart. They didn't feel anything in me. It didn't make me happy. At the end of the day, all you get is that minute of dopamine, even if it's that of getting this new thing and then realizing that it does nothing for you and you don't need to have this. It doesn't do nothing for your fulfillment. It doesn't do anything for your self-improvement. So buying material things, I would say, is one of the worst things you can do at this age. You should probably just save your money and put it towards a cash generating investment, or maybe try starting a business instead while you're young and you can take more risk. My next mistake would be buying my dream car at 19. I know this is probably not a lot of people's dream car, but at the moment, this was my dream car. I wanted a 5.0, I wanted a Mustang GT, and I wanted it manual. So after having my job for about 8 months, I went ahead and got the car I wanted. I got a 2014 GT Track Pack Edition, and I basically dumped a bunch of money into this car. And ultimately, I did build relationships off of this. I did find new friends, but in the long run, looking at it, I could have definitely put that money towards trying to build a business, or just basically investing more, setting that money aside and buying assets, not putting money into a liability. which is one of the best things you could do at this age, is buying assets, obtaining more assets that will generate more cash flow for you. You shouldn't be buying liabilities, things that just cost you money, and as soon as you buy them, they depreciate in value. Unless it's something that it's completely towards your happiness, then go ahead and do that. But if you don't need it, don't buy it. I think that's the rule I live by now. If you genuinely don't need it, you don't need to buy it. A lot of these things are things that will just give you dopamine for a couple seconds. So it's better to just put that money aside and invest it, or save up some of that money. I would say that's the best thing that you can do at this age. So just don't get any liabilities. That would be my worst thing. So basically, if I could rewind the clock and go back to being 18, I would build different habits. I would tell myself different things. I know that this is how you grow as a person, and many people don't have the same mentality, and that's why I'm making this video for the most part, is just to give you a perspective from somebody who's 23 now. I've been removed from that like mentality for about a year now, a year or two, and I feel like everybody has like their wake-up call, but if you could just do it earlier, you could see that you could set yourself up for the future much quicker. So if I was 18, here's some of the things that I would do. I would start investing. Dollar cost averaging is probably one of the best things you could do. Just set and forget. Dollar cost average weekly if you want, monthly, whatever it is, every 2 weeks when you get paid. Put in $100, $150, $20, whatever amount you can. If you could dollar cost average into maybe stocks or crypto, which is what I like doing more, it could set you up tremendously. One of my best investments during this age was about 2 years ago when the bull market was about to start, and it was the bull market that Bitcoin hit the all-time high. I got into Ethereum in around $1,000, and I pulled out when it was about 5, or about to hit 5. I don't believe it hit 5, but it hit like 4.9. And I remember I put in my tax return, and I was a little scared. But this leads me to my next point: is take risks at this age, because you can take risks. I know that people have different responsibilities and everybody has a different situation, but usually at this age you can take more risks, and you have less things, less dependables, less people that depend on you. So if you could take more risk, just do it. I would say one of the biggest things is take risks, invest. It will pay off. All you need is the preparation to meet that opportunity, and once that preparation meets that opportunity, you could be pulling out a bunch of cash and maybe dive into your next venture that you want to take on, like your business. Another recommendation I can give you guys as a teenager is just start building good habits now, so that you have these good habits for the rest of your life. One of the best habits you could have is reading books. I've always kind of liked reading, but I can never sit down and actually read. But once you do it every single day, then you tend to feel bad when you don't do it. So that's one of the best recommendations I can give you, is if you don't like reading, read a couple pages a day until you're good at reading those couple pages, and then you can start reading maybe a couple chapters a day, and then you just set new goals and you keep accomplishing those goals, and then eventually it's just going to be a habit that you have, is reading every single day. The current book I'm reading right now is Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, and it's a good book. It basically talks about those things. Basically, if you're unhappy right now and you keep doing the same things every single day and you're not changing anything, you're gonna keep feeling the same. You're hardwired to keep running on the same like program. You're not doing anything different. You're gonna have the same emotions every single day. Your subconscious is already gonna have these predetermined outcomes because there's nothing different about your day. So you need to just do new things and try out new things and put your all into these things, because if you don't, then what's the point? A lot of the jobs that we work don't really care about us, and we're very replaceable, as we saw with COVID. Anything can happen, so it's better to just prepare now, build these good habits so that you could set yourself up to be as successful as you can be. Another good habit that I think you should have at this age is lower the amount of music you listen to and maybe listen to more podcasts. You'll be surprised how much knowledge you can get from good podcasts. Podcasts can give you a lot of knowledge that you wouldn't get, and different perspectives from people that you wouldn't get otherwise, because now we have this great thing called the internet, which does have some negatives, but the amount of knowledge on the internet is infinite. So if you use the internet to your benefit, you could definitely learn new things and learn new perspectives about places and just businesses, whatever it is. And this could greatly help you, develop yourself and just have different outlooks on different things in the world. That's my last point. So I hope this video, I know the structure's a little weird and my talking may be here and there, like I might be going back and forth, but I'm trying to just put out some advice and hopefully somebody can take something from this video, and I greatly appreciate anybody who does watch this. Thank you.